All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Wrestling Otaku back here on the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel, your personification of excellence on YouTube and YWC, and I'm back here. It is officially Saturday night, September the 20th, 2025, a little past 9 p.m. here Eastern Time. Just got off a long day's work. They actually called me in early, so instead of, starting at my I was gonna start. I was scheduled to come in at 4. They called me in at 2, so I ended up missing basically the entirety of not only All Out but also the pre-show, which they call Tailgate Brawl, I believe. So I'll have to go back and watch. I'll try to go back later in my spare time once I get kind of relaxed here and kind of eat and everything. Go back and watch everything that happened. I saw a little bit of highlights before I came on here, but I want to watch the rest. But yeah, so we're coming off the heels of a, quite frankly, epic, from what I'm hearing, epic AEW All Out 2025 in Toronto. I saw a post a little while ago when I logged in on Blue Sky that Tony Khan has announced that this particular edition, this year's AEW's All Out pay-per-view 2025, has already set records for the highest, or for the most tickets sold for a single AEW All Out event in its history, and the single highest selling in terms of tickets, the most tickets sold for an event, for an AEW event held in Canada. So yeah, a record setting night, and a record breaking night for AEW's All Out, and a pretty interesting night. I skimmed through the results of the show, and apparently a lot happened on the show. Most of the champions, most of the title matches, a lot of the champions retained for the most part. We had a couple of returns on the show as well. Eddie Kingston, again, he was advertised, and he returned. He defeated Big Bill, which, again, I expected. I predicted that. If you guys saw the predictions video I did late last night, most of my predictions were spot on. I was wrong on a few instances, but yeah, so we had some returns. Eddie Kingston, we had the return of Jack Perry, and also Kill Switch, formerly known as Luchasaurus. They had a reunion in the ring. And also we saw the AEW debut of Adam Copeland's real-life wife, that being Beth Phoenix, or I guess she's now going by Beth Copeland, so I guess she got herself involved in the Copeland Cage versus FTR match. And so, yeah, so we had quite a bit happen, from what I'm hearing. Quite a bit happened on this AEW's All Out show, this pay-per-view. And one of the highlights for me, one of the big things that I've heard, is there was one title change on the show. And it, to me, easily blows away, or easily is one of the headliners of this entire show. And that is the fact that in the AEW Women's World Title 4-Way match, my girl, Kris Statlander, finally achieves her goal. Achieves her, quite frankly, what is it, I believe to be, and I've said this for years, ever since I started watching AEW, ever since I first started watching Kris Statlander and I became a fan of her, I said she needs to be the next top talent. She needs to have a top tier run. She needs to have a run at the AEW Women's World Title. She needs to have a title run. A main women's title run. She needs to be at the top of the card in AEW in the women's division. She's too good not to. And now finally, her potential has been reached, and Kris Statlander is the new AEW Women's World Champion. I fucking love that shit, man. Holy shit. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it happened, man. So good on AEW for putting the title on my girl, man. My girl, Kris Statlander, finally gets it done. Finally, AEW recognizes the talent, and they finally pull the trigger. And they put the title on my girl, Kris Statlander. So congratulations to Kris Statlander on becoming the new AEW Women's World Champion here at All Out. My girl, Kris Statlander, she's been my girl for a long time. There's a reason why I said, I've been a Kris Statlander fan for the longest time, ever since I first saw her. And so Chrissy Boo, man, I love it, man. Congratulations. You're the new AEW Women's World Champion. You deserve it, babe. You deserve it. So yeah, man, it's good shit. Good shit. I love seeing that. I loved when I saw that, I was like, yes, man. I saw it earlier. When I was, looking up, all out, the results for All Out, and I was like, and I saw the highlight, Kris Statlander wins AEW Women's World Title. I was like, whoa, what? Because I was surprised. I was shocked, but sure enough, it's true. And now that's fucking epic, man. That's amazing, man. One of the best things on this show One of the best results on this show. Kris Statlander, new Women's World Champion. Love to see it. I've been saying for years, she needs to have a run at the belt, at the top title. She needs to have a run at the top in the women's division. She needs a major, major top title push. She needs a push in the main event, and now finally they're giving it to her. So much deserved, much deserved. Love to see it. Congrats, Kris Statlander. Congrats, Chrissy Boo. You deserve it. You deserve it. You know, you deserve it. And so to me, that alone, Kris Statlander being the new AEW Women's World Champion, easily makes this show, makes AEW's All Out 2025 better, easily better than anything that we were going to see tonight on WWE's pay-per-view, that being WrestlePalooza. Kris Statlander winning the AEW Women's World Title easily blows away anything we're going to see on WrestlePalooza. And so that to me alone puts AEW All Out 2025 head and shoulders above WrestlePalooza. And so yeah, and not to mention all the other stuff that happened on the show on AEW's card, on All Out's card, the 4-way ladder match, which I'm looking forward to watching that. The Tax and Tables match with Mark Briscoe and MJF. The main event with Hangman Page defending the AEW World's title against Kyle Fletcher. The 3-way match for the AEW Unified Championship. And of course, Cope and Cade versus FTR. And pretty much, all the matches that were advertised. Just about every match that was advertised. And I'm looking forward to going back and watching these matches, some of the highlights and some of them in their entirety. So yeah, for my money, AEW's All Out was another banger, another badass show, man. And just based on the results alone, and when I watch the match, when I watch it back, I will know for sure AEW's All Out was a solidified banger of an AEW pay-per-view. AEW delivers once again. You'll love to see it. And Kris Statlander, for me, winning the AEW Women's World Title is my highlight of the night, dude. That is my highlight of the night. That fucking made my night. Just hearing about that, seeing that. Because she deserves it. She absolutely deserves it. But anyway, that's all I got to say for this video. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment. Give me your thoughts on anything I touched on here. Your thoughts on All Out for those of you who watched it and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, got some more videos coming. Got some more content coming. Got the day off tomorrow, Sunday, thank God. So I get to rest and relax and watch some of these NFL games. The Ravens actually don't play until Monday. Monday night, their Monday Night Football. They host the Lions on Monday night. I hope they don't fucking embarrass themselves. But I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. So more content to come, more videos to come, maybe as soon as tonight, we'll see. Once I get through watching some of these all-out matches, go back and watch the stuff that I missed. And, but yeah, more content coming, more videos to come, maybe tonight, maybe obviously some tomorrow. But you'll be seeing more content from me before the weekend is out. But anyway, that's all I got to say for this. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Wrestling Otaku, I'm out. See you guys later. Peace.